Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Getz and I'm an applications engineer from Elevate Semiconductor. In this demo, I will be going over the evaluation module for the Whitney device and showing how to put the EVM into a few basic setup conditions. This presentation will cover the assembly of the EVM as well as demonstrating the basics of the software, such as confirming supply currents and forcing a voltage on the PMU. For any additional questions or examples, please see the official documentation. There are three main parts to the Whitney EVM: the Z board, the EVM board, and the base board. The setup should come with 8 standoffs total, 4 short standoffs to mount the Z board, and 4 longer standoffs to mount the EVM board. Begin the assembly by securing the 4 shorter standoffs to the narrow side of the base board. And the longer standoffs to the wide side of the baseboard. Next, screw down the Z board onto the short standoffs. Finally, take the EVM board and place it on top using the FMC connector to make sure everything is lined up correctly. Secure the 4 corner screws and the EVM is completely assembled. Once the EVM is all ready to go, all the power supplies must be connected. The EVM requires a 12-volt, VCC, both VCCO pins, VEE, V-sub, both VEEO pins, VDD, and ground, all to be connected to their appropriate supplies. The Z board must also be plugged into the PC over the UART bus. The completed send-up should resemble this picture. Please confirm that all supplies are at their correct voltages and the current limits are set to less than 400 milliamps before powering them up. The device can be inserted into the EVM by clicking the latch on the front of the socket and lining up pin 1 with the dot on the PCB. Make sure the device is securely in the socket before closing the lid. Power up all supplies and we will transition on to interfacing with the device. On the screen, I am showing the Whitney GUI in the bottom left and an oscilloscope attached to channel 0 in the top right. Inside the GUI, there are several different tabs that can be utilized to perform different characterization of the device. However, in this tutorial, I will only be going over the register maps and power and test buses tabs. The EVM guide can be consulted for a deeper explanation of all the EVM components. The first step after opening up the Whitney GUI will be to click on the green Power Up button located at the top center of the screen. This will both set the supplies if you're using GPIB, as well as close the relays on the EVM board to connect power to the Whitney device. This will also set channel 0 into a default setup state. Next, click the Fan Enable button in the bottom left of the GUI to make sure that the fan can properly cool the device. You should then navigate over to the Power and Test Buses tab and click on the yellow Measure VI Power button in order to make sure that the total power being dissipated by the Whitney device is within the expected levels. It is expected that the total power box is between 0.3 and 1 watts depending upon the device setup. If anything looks out of the ordinary, immediately power down to avoid damage to the EVM or your supplies. Next, we will navigate back to the Registers Map tab. Upon powering up the device, Elevate has programmed a startup sequence that will set up but not connect the channel. This sequence programs the device to the default setups of force voltage mode, 2 mA range, and default compensation. All relays are closed, outputs to the Whitney are disabled, and the internal FV was set to 2 volts for channel 0. This tutorial will not cover the calibration, but assumes the device is calibrated. For more information on calibration, please review the datasheet and calibration guides. In the bottom left of the GUI, all of these settings can be confirmed. We will select channel 0, make the mode FV, change the range to VRange 0, and set the current range to 2 milliamps. In order to confirm that FV is working correctly, I will program the FV level 1 to 2 volts and the FV level 2 to 2 volts. This will program the voltage level at the output to be 2 volts. After enabling the channel by clicking on the red box next to the Chan 0 Enable Disable, it will turn green and the output can be seen jumping to 2 volts. Hopefully this video has given you the knowledge to evaluate the Whitney device. If you have any further questions or comments, please reach out to the Elevate support team to assist you.